You probably know all the major Nigerian celebrities such as Davido, Burna Boy, and many more. But do you know who created all of them? Who created the genre of music that we as Nigerians and Africans overall so desperately love and cherish? His name was Fela Kuti, and he is known as the king of Afrobeats. Fela Kuti pioneered a revolutionary music style known as Afrobeats, an intricate fusion of jazz, funk, and high life, and it helped with traditional Nigerian chants and rhythms. The electric West African style guitar was crucial to the Afrobeat sound, providing a repeating chordal melodic state, riff or groove that formed the backbone of the music.
During the course of this tune, you shall get into the...
Kuti predominantly sang in Nigerian Pidgin English, although he occasionally performed in Yoruba. His main instruments were the saxophone and keyboards, but he also played the trumpet, electric guitar, and drums. Fela Kuti, also known as the Dami Eda, was a revolutionary Nigerian musician, band leader, composer, political activist, and Pan-Africanist. Fela Kuti's political activism was deeply intertwined in his music. He used his songs as platforms to criticize the Nigerian government and its corruption, as well as advocate for human rights and promote social and political change. Fela Kuti's music, with its fusion of Afrobeat rhythms and powerful lyrics, became a powerful tool for spreading his message of resistance and liberation, inspiring a generation of activists and musicians both in Nigeria and around the world. Fela's music was like a rallying cry, inspiring people to unite for their rights, and it was a call to action, a soundtrack for a revolution. Fela Kuti was born into the distinguished Ransome Kuti family on October 15, 1938, at Abeokuta, now the capital of Ogun State, Nigeria. His lineage was steeped in activism and intellectualism. His mother, Chief Fumilayo Ransome Kuti, was a formidable anti-colonist feminist, while his father, Reverend Israel Kuti, was a minister, school principal, and the first president of Nigeria's Union of Teachers. Both parents were deeply involved in Nigeria's anti-colonial movement, and his mother was famous for leading the women riots of Nigeria. He and two brothers had achieved national prominence as medical doctors. Fela attended Abeokuta Grammar School before being sent to London in 1958 to study medicine. Despite being sent to London to study medicine, Kuti's passion for music ultimately prevailed, and he enrolled at the Trinity College of Music, where he honed his skills as a trumpet player and formed the band the Kula Lubitos, which fused jazz and high life. During this period, he married his wife, Remy, and they had 3 children, Femi, Yeni, and Sola. Returning to Nigeria in 1963, Fela reformed Kula Lubitos and trained as a radio producer for the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation. He also played with Victor Olayo and his All-Stars. Fela's innovative music style, which he called Afrobeat, combined Fuji music, funk, jazz, high life, salsa, and traditional Yoruba music. In 1969, he and his band moved to the United States, where they immersed themselves in the Black Power movement, and it profoundly influenced and his political ideologies. He renamed his band to Nigeria 70, but their stay in the U.S. was short because the short immigration authorities, tipped off by a promoter, discovered they lacked work permits. Nevertheless, they managed to record in Los Angeles, producing the album The 69 Los Angeles Sessions, capturing the early essence of what would become a revolutionary music legacy. In 1980, Fela Kuti entered into an exclusive management agreement with French producer Martin Manassou. In 1980, Fela Kuti entered into an exclusive management agreement with French producer Martin Manassou, securing a record deal with Arista Records in London through A&R Tarkin Gotch. Through this deal, Black President was released in February 1981. It featured the track ITT and on the B-side, Colonial Mentality, and an edited version of Sorrow, Tears, and Blood. The latter two being previously unreleased in Europe. Following the album's release, Following the album's release, Fela embarked on his first European tour, performing 4 concerts in a week with a 70-member ensemble. The tour kicked off in Paris on March 15, 1981, attracting a massive crowd of around 10,000 people, and he continued to Brussels, Vienna, and Strasbourg. In July 1981, Fela recorded another album in Paris, Original Sufferhead and Power Show on the B-side. He recorded the track Perambulator. During this period, however, by the end of 1981, Arista followed Fela to regain his artistic freedom. Fela continued to release albums with his band Egypt 80 and toured extensively. In 1989, Fela and Egypt 80 released the anti-apartheid album Beast of No Nation, featuring President Ronald Reagan, UK Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, and South African State President Peter William Botha on its cover. The album's title stemmed from Botha's statement, "The uprising will bring beasts in us," which he was referring to the controversies and the wars brought up because of the apartheid system. Fela continued to use his activism in many ways, creating many more songs to discuss Nigeria's corruption, as well as the US's and many other countries. And he continued to make more music, inspire many people, until August 3rd, 1997, when Fela Kuti's brother, Aloyko Kuti, also a well-known AIDS activist and former Minister of Health, announced that Fela had passed away due to complications related to AIDS. Following Fela's death, his youngest son, Sun Kuti, took over leadership of the band Egypt 80, and as of 2022, Sun Kuti and Egypt 80 continue to perform and release music, keeping his legacy alive. Fela Kuti is remembered as an influential icon. He used his music to voice his opinions on critical national issues. Since 1998, the Celebration Festival, initiated by his daughter Yenny Kuti, has been held nationally in the New Africa Shrine to celebrate Fela's life and birthday. Since his birthday in 1997, there has been a resurgence of his interest in his work, linked to releases of his catalogs by the Universal Music Group, UMG, and his productions being put on Broadway and off-Broadway shows, and the emergence of new bands like Antibalas, to promote and keep Afrobeats alive. What do you guys think of Fela Kuti and his legacy? Let me know down in the comments. If you like this episode and want to see more, follow Nigerian History Real Keep for more episodes.